What a do, what a do. KayBoss here. And I hope y'all doing superb.
Oh my God!
What are we talking about today? Oh, I know. We're talking about Lands of Joy. Yeah. But before we get started, let's go over something. Housekeeping. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And turn on the notification bell so that way you can get all the new videos that I'm going to be dropping on this game. I have a beginner's guide that I'm going to go over. But first and foremost, I want to go over this section called the regular events. This is where you can see the content calendar. So if you click on this, and you go here, you can see the calendar, super simple, and you can see where we're at. And I like the fact that they have the date and the time in the game time, server percent time, reward value. But the only thing is that you do not get any of the additional cumulative top-up points here. So if you've already maxed this out, it really wouldn't matter. As you can see, I've claimed the 2,500 and about 1,100 away from the 40,000 mark. This account is free to play, and what I purchased was the very first one, which is the 30-day. So you can see I have the pass, and you get additional ones if you purchase it again. It's only $5, so why not do it again when it's a time? So I have a strategy. I kind of try to spend anywhere from $30 to $40 per month, and that's my maximum, so I don't go over and extend myself. So people ask me, I don't understand how a lot of people who have, excuse me, I don't want to say it that way. I am all about risk management in your finances. So I'm about the money. So I try to find ways to get everything going. Now you have the next one here, which is the Pioneer, which I was in. I try to compete. There's a couple different ones that you can do each, I think every 3 hours. It gives you a really nice little calendar here, so you know exactly what's coming up for the next cycles, right? So you can plan ahead. I think you can redo the times here. I haven't touched that before. Some people do not want to use this. I do, just because, you know, I'm free to play most of the time, but I just want to max out this reward right here, so that way I can get all this free stuff here. Not to mention, when you go into the cumulative, you'll also earn these points right here, and you get the speed ups, and you get the gems. So I try to at least max out this. As far as competing here, I really don't worry about it too much, but I do try to stay within the top 10. If I can't get third place for the today for the final, because it's a cumulative for the final total. Besides, depending on who you're going against, I try to stay, like I said, above the 10. So each day. So it tells you the competition phase between level 23 and 30, and then there's 17 or so that it's divided upon, and then you're going against Softy. You ain't gonna win. She spends hella, as you can see. So staying within that guideline is kind of what I try to do. We're currently in the Warden, or Ace Warden. So this is an cumulative of a 7-day event. This one is for the whole entire server. depending on what's going on. We're currently in a gathering. I was going to do a full breakdown, but I was doing other videos, but I will definitely go over it in the future. But the next event that you want to stay focused in on, since we were in the gathering, since we got like about 3 hours and 40 minutes basically, we'll be able to have that ability to earn additional rewards here. Not only the daily do you have, but if you stay within the top 100, like I said, you want to, depending on where you're at, if you're free to play or loose to play is what I like to say. I'm not a big spender, so I don't have that competitive edge as far as that is concerned. But this event you should do fairly well because you don't have to spend a lot of money because of the requirements and whatnot. And then you have the overall, which is for the entire week or however long this particular event is going. So we're winding it down, and then I'm trying to stay as close to the 100 towards the end, so I can turn around and maximize my opportunities later. So then you have the reinforcement. I have some couple videos that I'm going to be doing. They're kind of music videos that explain this, so they're kind of catchy. But for the most part, what you want to do is you want to save your gems, because you can purchase with gems with one shot, or you can do 9 and have 27,000. I'm not a big fan of spending my gems unless it's something big, and I didn't. You have to do it loosely, and the previous events that were on, I used it up for that. So what I'm doing is I'm rebuilding my gem count. So that's why it's very important to do the Pioneer race, because the Pioneer race gives you gems, not only there but here. Once you do that daily, if you're doing this daily, it also gives you your shards. You get your supplies. As you can see, you can get those, and then on these boxes you get also resources and gems. So not to mention this right here, once the end of the week, depending on it, if I can get top 30 or top 3 would be great. I'm not far off, but I'm not really trying to push it, just because we have these events here. So you want to keep those events, so kind of when you're on the off, like I say, off days that you're on certain events, especially, you want to stay paying attention, because I don't want to consume any of these current enhancements that you have to do, especially these big dollar or big point value, excuse me. And then I'm doing quite well as far as the gathering goes, and they should be coming back within the hour, and then I should be able to do at least one more round of the smaller variety. Let me see how long. I think this one's 3 hours. Do I have an? Hold on. So this doesn't tell you how long it takes, but you have the ability to yeah, so I should be able to get it back and then run another set out, because these are going to come back in a half hour, well, an hour and 15 minutes. So and then you get a cumulative points. This is what I didn't understand. So you get the same amount of points depending on how much you gather, but the levels is going to make the difference. So I kind of go after the big ticket ones because it multiplies a lot better when you're doing smaller quantities. So let's go back into here. So then we have the gorilla that we had to do, which not too bad. I didn't do too bad on that. I'm probably going to do a video on this too as well. But there's some really cool rewards, especially depending on how far you can get here and what you can claim. And then so you have additional, as you can see, it goes up to 12. Well, excuse me, it's the opposite way around. That's what I've already eclipsed, but it goes all the way up to, wait, that's wise. Claim. Oh yeah. So 100, was that a billion? I think it is. Yeah, it goes up to 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion. So it goes up to 4 billion. So we got a ways to go. As you can see on the regular events, you can go inside the calendar, but we just did the turmoil, so that's something that you want to pay attention to. The problem I had with this is that I wasn't able to I wasn't ready for it, basically. I switched alliances, so but our alliance got number 1 out of it, so that's always a good thing, and then you get rewards based off of that. So we're gonna get these rewards in my own personal. I was 91st, so the top 100, so you'll get 96 here, so that's also pretty cool. So we're going to get quite a few numbers of that to upgrade your gear. Then you have your ultimate trial, which is, I think, every 3 days or so, depending on how you're set up. I missed that one too, but your level goes up based on that. So we're at the maximum level here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we have this new flame conflict that's coming up, and so I'm not sure if that's going to be like for the entire. I think it's an individual reward, so it's the top killer. Then we have the sessions that normally happens where. Depending on where you rank overall as far as an alliance, I'm gonna do a breakdown of this too as well. And then obviously you have your binding rewards and all this other stuff too as well. So anywho, that is basically the regular events and where you can find them. I strongly encourage all free-to-play players to map out the ones or the things that you're able to do that are regular, especially as far as your alliance goes, and not to mention how everything works with your personal alliance as well as, your personal rewards, and like the pioneer race, that's individual, but then you want to pay attention to the allied, or in this case the other alliance members that you're with. All right, this is KayBoss, just going over the regular events. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, beam up to the channel by hitting the notification bell so you can hear all the new stuff. Also, take a look at the description. There's some information there. I have multiple different other avenues to get in contact with me on our Patreon account. We also have some things that will help out the channel grow, if you can take a look at that too as well. Not to mention, leave a comment, let me know if I need to help with something, or you need help with something, put a nice little emoji, the super soaker one. Let us know that you made it this far, because you a real one. And this is KayBoss signing off, and I'm out.
Locked inside these lands of gray, breaking chains in my own way, a blueprint